All right, Justin is back with us.
Yep.
I said earlier on this, I was like, wait a minute, on this Tuesday,
Sure.
Friday, what are we?
Hard to tell
I know,
on a
'cause
holiday
we're all
week,
messed
isn't
up, but
it?
now we're ahead of another holiday weekend.
That's right, we do.
And so people are watching the weather because yesterday was crazy.
Well, it was, and the thing I'll say is that you know, when we were on the air, I think at about 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, and then as we got into the 12 o'clock, Storm Prediction Center, Amy, had upgraded us to a 3 out of 5.
Okay.
Right across the area where we saw a lot of the tornadoes, and they bumped that tornado threat from a 5% to a 10%. And a lot of folks have said, I was talking to them on Facebook, and they were like, well, 5%, that's not much.
Right.
Right. But if you think about the fact that the Storm Prediction Center only goes up to about 10 to 15%. Like I've seen it as high as 20 sometimes, and these are like historical outbreaks.
Oh, wow.
So it's more of a relative scale is probably the best way to think of it that way.
Well, that's
right?
good to know.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
I think I'm not paying attention
Yeah,
to 5.
right. And that's why I want to make sure, I want to hammer that point home, is that was still fairly significant, especially for us, and especially that it's late December. It's not like we're talking, it's early May here, right?
Right.
So that'll give you an idea. So look at this. We got great click-to pins. Thankfully, everybody was safe.
Man.
Yeah, look at that. That's the one in El Campo. That's down in Wharton County, right?
I mean,
so we saw a lot of video. We saw a lot of click-to pins from that, and that is about as classic of a look for a tornado that you can get at this point, right? And this was the one that was just outside of Edna. And in fact, I looked at some of a couple of other different radar sweeps, and there was a distinct hook on that, right? And that's what you always look for, is you look for sort of the main part of the storm, which is all going to be over here, and then on the back side of the storm, if you want to kind of put it visually like this, you have the main part here, or the main part here, and then on the back side right here, that's where the tornado hooks around, right? And so if you were looking at this, you were looking back behind it looking like that. And that's where you'll find it. That's why storm chasers, when they chase them, they chase behind them like this, right? Because if you don't want to get in front of a tornado, because then you become in trouble at that point, right? So if you're chasing that one in particular, you probably would be down here towards El Campo, and you just chase it like this as it moves along. Now, if you notice that the trend on that is all along the line of where those storms were when they continued to plow right across the area. This is what we know in terms of local storm reports so far, that we've got 5 confirmed tornadoes. There were reports of multiple tornadoes, dozens. But again, a lot of times what happens is, let's say somebody here near Sugarland says, oh my gosh, I spotted a tornado. Somebody just north of there, Meadows Place, is like, oh my gosh, I spotted a tornado. It's the same tornado, but we have multiple reports on that. That's why when we have the damage assessment crews come in from the National Weather Service, they figure out what's the rating, what's the damage path, all of that. They'll be out today, so hopefully that should give us some more information about what we were seeing.